2016 was a milestone year for China and its space program. We are focusing on the country's global leadership this week. Think of this. It will take China less than 2 decades from sending its first astronaut into space to orbiting a fully functioning space station. Correspondent Hong Peng witnessed the most recent mission from ground control. So give us a sense of what you saw and just how far China has come in a very short amount of time.
Well, Elaine, let's start with one of the most iconic figures I met in the Mission Control Center. Yang Liwei is China's first man in space. In 2003, he flew the groundbreaking Shenzhou 5 mission, spending around 20 hours in space. And now he was a commander in the mission control room for the Shenzhou 11 mission this last October. And that was where we caught up with him.
When I was in space, I stayed in a very small re-entry module, just a few cubic meters. That's where I lived and worked throughout the mission. But this time, the astronauts stayed in space for a record 33 days and carried out a number of experiments. Over the past 13 years, China has made huge progress in manned space exploration.
In 2003, Yang's mission helped China become the third country after the US and Russia to send a person into space. Since then, 5 more manned missions have taken place. In 2008, a Chinese astronaut Zhai Zhigang made the country's first walk in space. In 2012, the first female Chinese astronaut Liu Yang was sent into space. The following year, the second Chinese female astronaut Wang Yaping gave a 40-minute-long physics class live from space. And in 2016, the Shenzhou 11 mission cleared a path for China to build its first space station, which is expected to be fully operational by 2022.
At the same time, China is also planning to land people on the moon, but a specific timetable has not been released yet. Elaine.
Now, Hong Kong, compared to the space programs of the United States and Russia, as we mentioned, China's space program has come a long way in a short amount of time. So do you think we'll see more competition or cooperation between these countries?
Well, the short answer is it really depends. The most likely area for potential cooperation is the space station. The current US-dominated International Space Station, or the ISS, is expected to retire by 2024. So if China's space station is completed in 2022, it will soon become the only space station that we are left with. But there's politics involved. In 2011, China was banned by the United States from using any of its space facilities, including the ISS. They cited security reasons, and that ban remains in effect today. Many are speculating whether China will do the same to the United States. Earlier last year, China said it was open to space cooperation with all nations, including the United States, and would reserve payload on this space station for foreign projects and astronauts, including those from the United States. And in the meantime, China, Russia, and Europe are also discussing joint probe to the moon and even to the Mars. Elaine.
All right, Hong Kong, thank you for your report.